The ongoing conflict we are seeing between the administration and Harvard is quite amazing. I want to play cut 187 here. This is Harvard University, which is a hedge fund, which with a college attached, thinking they're entitled to $2 billion in taxpayer funding. $2 billion of your money. We should defund every single one of these schools. Think about it. It's $2 billion to Harvard, $1 billion to Yale. Now, I'm sure there's some good research that is happening at some of these schools. I hope. Why can't they finance it themselves? Why can't they go raise the money from donors? They're sitting on a $50 billion cash pile. Play cut 187.
Breaking just moments ago, Harvard's lawyers say that the university will not comply with the Trump administration's demands in a brand new letter. It reads in part, quote, Harvard is not prepared to agree to demands that go beyond the lawful authority of this or any administration. Sandra, the administration had been threatening to pull federal funding from a lot of these Ivy League schools if they didn't get their ducks in order when it comes to fighting anti-Semitism on campus. They're not bluffing. They've already pulled the funding. So Harvard's essentially saying, are they trying to call a bluff here?
Yeah. So I imagine there will be a quick response, and we'll have that for you when it happens.
So here's one part where I disagree slightly. These campuses are obviously super anti-Semitic. They're full of Jew hatred. But the better case is how these campuses, very simple, how Harvard has ignored the Supreme Court decision on affirmative action. That is where all of our attention should be. That is their weak spot. They have ignored a Supreme Court decision. Harvard is in contempt of Congress. And all the attention is just about the anti-Semitism. Look, it's not just anti-Semitism, anti-white, anti-American. It's all of it. It's all an outgrowth of a left-wing worldview. It is all an outgrowth of a postmodernist worldview. So Harvard should be completely and totally defunded. So should Yale, Cornell, Columbia. The current composition of the higher education cartel, the college cartel, is one that is sitting on hundreds of billions of dollars. If you add up the endowment totals from Stanford, from Harvard, the endowment totals of the major universities, you're talking about hundreds of billions of dollars of tax-free money. Tax-free money. And they want another $2 billion a year is what Harvard University wants. It's all going to come to an end. We have to end it once and for all. But Harvard has all their little minions running over Washington, D.C., and they have a lot of friends, a lot of powerful friends. Harvard is the top-level credentialing institution in the country, the top of the credentialing operation. Why would we subsidize and further subsidize these Marxist boot camps? Islands of totalitarianism that allow the credential class unearned credibility. It really is unearned credibility that goes at the core of some of the biggest problems that we have here in the West. They hate the promise of the Constitution. They don't talk about our founding documents. Harvard is a great fight for President Trump to engage in. This is not punching down. They are a behemoth. It's time for us to lean in and play offense against every one of these massive schools. And you want to talk about a popular view with folks in Pennsylvania and Michigan, Wisconsin, where they can't afford groceries and they're just trying to get out of Biden's inflation? Going after these monstrosities is a very popular political argument. I've said for a while that college is a scam, but more than ever for $2 billion a year to Harvard, while they're sitting on $50 billion, that ends. It ends now. It's a school that won't even allow me to speak on campus. Pull the funding. Make Harvard fund itself. Go fund yourself, Harvard.